So, Hometown, it's the title track of my brand new debut album. But the beginning, the very first line of it, it's not just the beginning of the album, the beginning of the song, it's actually the beginning of my life story. So, as a kid, I grew up moving around a lot. So, I'll kind of take y'all through that. So, I was born in a small town in Missouri. Then, when I was like one or two, me and my family moved to Jefferson City. And then, over the next several years, so we moved to Jeff City, and then we moved to Illinois, back to Jeff City, back to Illinois. Then around the age of like 12 or 13, then we moved to Jonesboro, Arkansas. And then when I was like 16, about to turn 17, we moved to Bowling Green, Kentucky. And then the most recent move is actually just a couple months ago. Me and my wife actually moved down to Charlotte, North Carolina. And so overall, moving has played a very big part of my life. There's a lot of great things about moving. You meet a lot of amazing people. You go to a lot of really cool places. And just overall, there's so much that you learn about yourself each and every time you move, and just throughout those moves. But there's definitely a struggle and an insecurity that's come into play in my life that the enemy often uses. So there's a line in the song where I say, I always hated the response I'd get when I asked where someone's from, because they would say, I've always lived here. And by their accent, it would be so clear, and I'd wish it was me. Because whenever people ask, like, hey, Matthew, where are you from? I never really am quite sure how to answer that, because I feel like I'm from a little bit of everywhere. So then I go through that whole spiel of, well, Missouri, Illinois, Arkansas, Kentucky, North Carolina. I go through that whole thing, and they're like, whoa, dude, that's a lot of information. So overall, I really don't know where I come from. And so the enemy has used that as really a foothold to just plague me with insecurities in my life, because I feel like I don't have a hometown. I feel like I don't come from anywhere. Just overall, the insecurity is really rooted in not truly having an identity or a personality because of just always moving around, stuff like that. And really, he uses it to make me feel alone. But over the last year, in 2023, God started teaching me something. And I just want to really share it with you guys through not only this song, but this whole album. But it's all rooted in this scripture here. So it's Proverbs chapter 16, verse 9. It says, a man's mind plans his way as he journeys through life, but the Lord directs his steps and establishes them. So something God's been teaching me is, as people, we look at the way. We look at the entirety of our life and we say, this is good or this is bad. We look at the entirety of our life, the whole road up ahead and the road behind, and we judge it. We look at the way and we say, man, I wish I could be better. I wish I could be doing this. I wish I could be more like so-and-so. But God looks at the steps and he establishes those. And so a man plans his way, the entire road, right? We've covered that. But we look at the way, but he looks at the steps. So step, step, step. Here's the way. And then step, 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 step. He looks at each individual step. So I could say, oh yeah, I know God is with me the whole way. But it's not just that. I mean, yeah, he's with you the whole way, but he's with you in the steps, in the seemingly insignificant parts of your life that you think don't really matter. It's mundane. It's small. Small beginnings, anything like it's just like you don't always realize in the moment that he's with you, but he is. And so what God has been teaching me is no matter where I am in life, no matter where I go, no matter what I do, no matter who I think I am, no matter what other people say, no matter whatever, Jesus is my hometown. Because, he's not just with me the whole way, because that's a very Christian-y thing to think, but he's with me in each individual step. Anything that I've ever done well or anything I've ever made it through, it's been because he's established it. And so I just want to share that with y'all. He's really kind of wrecked me with that recently, just the fact that he's with me literally every single step. So yeah, I hope it means as much to y'all as it does to me. But yeah, just remember, Jesus is my hometown. I hope he's that for you as well.